Come da può capire chi ti va bene, se tu la parla miezza americano, quando si fa l'amore sotto la luna, come da viene in capo di I love you, papà l'americano.
I'm Dustin Tarver, and I've lived in France for a year and a half total.
Hello, I'm Emily, and I've lived in Angers now for just a little over 3 weeks.
I didn't know any French whenever I got here, and I didn't take any courses in French. But it wasn't really a challenge to interact with the locals because most people in France speak English.
I took the first semester of French before I got here, but I still wasn't very confident with the language. I ended up surprising myself because I could read more than I thought, but it was still really difficult to listen because they talk really quickly. So Angers has a farmer's market every Saturday, and I went the first weekend we were here, and it was really difficult to remember the names of all the fruits, and I hadn't even learned the names of all the fruits, so I just had to point at what I wanted and then say just a little bit. It was really challenging.
So one time, whenever I was living in France, I had a challenging thing happen to me with the language. I was bored one morning. I got my bicycle, my Angers bike, and I biked all the way to this city called Nantes. On my way back, I had an old knee injury from whenever I ran cross country, and my knee cut out on me, so I couldn't bike anymore. And I was kind of sort of in the middle of nowhere and didn't know anybody, and I wasn't supposed to leave city limits with my bicycle. And so I was like, oh God, what am I going to do? I was trying to figure out some way to get back to Angers, and I saw that there was a railroad track, and I was like, oh hey, well, I'll just catch a train. And so I was looking around for the train station, and there was no train anywhere, and so I couldn't find a little place to buy tickets or anything, and I saw this little house that was had a door open, and I was like, okay, well maybe that's where you go when you get the tickets. So I walked over there, and there were these two guys sitting inside watching TV, and I didn't really know any French then, so the little bit of French that I did know, I was like, hey, where's the train ticket place? And they didn't know, and anyway, so but we got the idea that we managed to get the point across that I was looking for a train. And they knew I was from Angers, and they gave me a train schedule, and it turned out that there was no train coming for 2 days. And these guys were like, okay, well, we'll tell you what, why don't you get on our moped, and we'll take you into town to look for somebody that speaks English. And I started looking around for people, and the guy took me to this little camper, because there were these people there on holiday, and he thought that maybe one of them spoke English. The lady didn't speak English, and she didn't speak French. She only spoke Dutch, German, and Spanish. So with a little bit of Spanish that I knew, I tried to get my point across what I was trying to accomplish. I was trying to get back to Angers, but she couldn't really help me. She was just there on vacation. He was running out of options, and he's like, okay, well, I got, one more idea. And he takes me to this lady's house that was a teacher. She didn't speak English either, and I didn't really speak enough French. But I got the idea across to her that I was a student. And then she made her husband drive me back to Angers.
Living in France has definitely helped my French speaking skills because I can actually practice them every day. When I order a coffee, I get to practice. When I order a pastry, I get to practice. So it's fun to be learning the language and applying it in the country where they speak it.
I've learned a lot of French, I guess, over the last year and a half. I would say the best thing that I can recommend for learning French is to go to Morocco. French and English have over 5,000 words in common. That means that French is just English with an accent.